Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back and ready to once again brave the frozen wastes in our shuffle mode play of Hinterland Studios, The Long Dark. And, you know, things may be rough in this old apocalypse of ours, but all things considered, we're feeling pretty good. Good enough, in fact, that we took a few hours off last episode to do a little recreational fishing. Sure, we didn't have any booze, or we didn't get drunk enough to not notice when we jammed a treble hook through our thumb like one normally does when fishing recreationally, which made it a little less enjoyable than your average fishing trip, but even without the booze, it was still a damn sight better than spending the day playing tag with a pack of starving wolves. Also, we caught fish, which isn't something that normally happens when you're so drunk that you keep mistaking the bait can for a jar of gummy worms. But, you know, that's probably a drunken fish story for another time. Right now, what we need to do is sort of get back on the task of improving our overall situation, which means, at some point, acquiring a weapon. And that means we either need to find a gun or score some maple saplings to build a bow. And we do know there are maple saplings on this map because at one point we encountered some. The trick is going to be just specifically remembering where that actually is. So, you know, that's our mission for the day, but before we can get started on that, we need to do a little cooking. So I think what we're going to do is grab some firewood and head down to the ice hut near our little outpost here and make like a little post-apocalyptic Mario Vitale and Iron Chef ourselves up some Vittles. So let's grab our uncooked food here. We should have some venison. Yes, we do. So we're going to grab all our raw venison, and also we're going to cook up some of our catch from last episode. You know what? Let's put our lantern out. We don't really need it for this, I don't think. Just put that away. Let's grab some of the fish we cooked. I did notice we got a 6.3 pound fish here. That's, I think, officially qualifies us for a lunker badge, in fact. Also, we're dehydrated, so probably it wouldn't be a terrible idea to drink some of this water. Let's do that then. Get some water in us. How are we doing on breakfast? What's our calorie situation look like? We're actually down 1% health from not drinking while we made breakfast. Wonderful. Anyway, let's see what our calorie situation looks like here as well while we're at it. We have 539 calories. That should probably be enough to keep us in good stead while we handle breakfast. Less than 1 hour of darkness left. What's the weather like? Well, it's nice in here, but we sort of need to know what it's like outside. Go take a peek. Maybe there's some moonlight. It sounds terrible. At the minimum, it's going to be really windy. So the sun is coming up. It looks pretty shitty out. It's minus 18 degrees, which is actually pretty cold. But we are going to go build a fire. We do have fire-making supplies right now. I don't want to forge wood right now. I'm going to make sure I'm carrying wood so I can start a fire. Tinder plug. Yeah, we've got everything we need. So unless that's a wolf sneaking up behind me that I hear, which it doesn't appear to be, we should be okay. And honestly, you know what? I don't really mind going out like this when the weather is bad, as long as we're going to go somewhere warm in fairly immediate future. Because it does help keep the predators at bay, so we don't really have to worry as much about being attacked by wolves or other mean or vicious savage animals while we do this. We're going to be real careful here. I don't want to break my ankle again. Been through the broken ankle thing one time, and honestly I think once was probably more than enough for my taste. We are going to be a little hungry while we do this cooking. We'll probably just cook a chunk of venison and eat that straight away. Making pretty good progress, so we're headed over to our nice little ice hut. And I gotta say, any wolf that's dumb enough to come out in this kind of weather, they sort of fucking deserve to die. I mean, if they were to eat us, I mean, they do deserve to die because that's dumb, but if a wolf were to stumble upon us and eat us in these conditions, fuck it. You know what? He earned it. He would really kind of deserve the kill. I legitimately feel that is so. Any wolf that takes us down in this kind of weather, he deserves it, man. He worked for it. He earned it. Frankly, he just wanted it more, really. That's what it all boils down to. The wolf really wanted it more. So we get a 78% chance if we're using a tinder plug and some cedar firewood. I'm comfortable with that. Let's give it a whirl. 78%. That's it's like, what, a solid C+, right? I'll take it. C+ average. It's good enough for me, man. So far, so good. Got a nice little cheery-looking blaze going. We're going to throw some more firewood on this, do some cooking, and whatever we have left over after we get all this food cooked, we will try and use to melt some water. Come on, baby, get that cheery glow. Oh yeah, we're home. That's right. Who's your daddy? You know it. You know who your daddy is. Yeah, you like it. You like that fire, don't you, baby? Oh yeah. You like it when I heat up your stove, don't you? Oh yeah, you're good and hot inside. Yeah, I know it. Alright, so let's cook some of this venison and then eat it immediately. We have question mark hours of daylight left. I'm assuming that's because of the overcast. Honestly, that's fine. We're going to eat this venison right away. So, equipment. Go into our food menu, some cooked venison. We're going to chow down on that stuff because we are quite hungry. And we're going to spend the rest of the day cooking these fish, and I'm going to check our ice hole. It's 68% frozen, so that freezes over pretty darn quickly. I was hoping that might stay open, but it looks like those do refreeze pretty swiftly. We did chop that open the other day. This is actually the ice hut in which we caught the fish. I don't like the ominous music. Why is the music suddenly ominous? I should probably look around. Is there like a bear crawling inside my hut to try and get warm? There should not be a bear. No, it's just the fog again. Alright, so once again, we're back in a Thomas Jane movie with Stephen King plot from The Mist. I'm really not overly concerned about it. Nobody showed up and shot my son last time. I'm assuming we'll be okay this time as well. No deadly creatures were lurking in the mist last time. I have to assume that a similar thing is going to happen here. So we got an hour and 3 minutes of fire left. We may need to buff this out with some more wood, as much as I don't really like that idea. It's actually, the salmon aren't taking too terribly long. Let's cook this coho salmon. It's pretty big. My guess is it may take more time to cook. We don't want to let our fire go out. That's for damn sure. We still got 42 minutes. All right, we're doing all right. So let's cook up this rainbow trout as well. And we're still getting hungry. You know what? I want to brew some coffee. How long is this going to take? Make me some coffee here. It's been a few days. Honestly, I could use the shot of caffeine. I haven't had a Starbucks since the apocalypse, and I'm telling you, without a double, triple mocha, double shot latte, half calf, no whip in the morning, I'm just not myself. We got 19 minutes of fire. You know what? Let's throw in our other log. I don't have to restart this fire. Let's throw in our other log. We're going to get more duration out of this, and we'll use whatever is left after we've cooked all this up. Cook another tin of coffee? We'll make a couple cups of coffee. When is one cup of coffee enough? Coffee is really the Lay's potato chips of drinks. You can't just eat one. So we have a cup of coffee. Do we have to heat? We have to heat up a cup of coffee. Okay. That's strange, but I guess. Alright, good enough. So we have a cup of coffee hot added to our inventory. Does this coffee also require heating? It does. So let's heat that up as well, and then we're going to drink both cups of coffee. I wonder if you get calories from coffee. You might be able to, but that really doesn't necessarily seem accurate. It is, it's 100 calories for a cup of coffee. I'm not entirely sure a cup of coffee would have 100 calories in it without, like, some manner of additions, a little sugar, a little cream, something along those lines to go with it. 4.1 pounds of meat. It's 1,200 calories. Wow, fish is terrible. Fish is almost no calories at all. This is a huge number of calories, but it's 4 pounds of fish. Wow, that's not good at all. I was expecting that to be... Shit, we'd be better off to just drink 20 cups of coffee. I'm very surprised that the fish there... We got a 2-pound fish, and we got nothing really out of it. That's a little unfortunate. We are going to cook some of this reishi tea here. It's an immune system booster, and I do want to try this rosehip recipe as well, just to see how this works. Supposedly, we need potable water. Alright, so we don't have any water. Let's melt 0.6 gallons is fine. This is the other reason why we did the extra fire duration as well. Gonna give us the extra go juice we need to both melt... Oh, we only have 17 minutes. We're not gonna be able to boil all that. Alright, so I guess we are not going to be whipping out any rosehip medication at the moment because we are out of fire. How much of our water did we boil? Almost none. We actually boiled none of it. So we melted some water, we didn't boil it, which means we can't drink it, which kind of sucks, because we're now low on water. Did the mist lift yet? Nope, it's still really ridiculously foggy. Nope, never mind. Thanks, sky gods. All hail unto the gods of the sky. I appreciate you taking solace upon this poor wanderer, and showing him the way home. I beseech unto you, O sky gods, to keep me safe from all things sky-related, such as lightning, thunder, clouds, those crows, perhaps. They look a little, I don't know, I want to say seamy. I hear the howling of wolves, which I don't necessarily relish. No, we're in pretty good shape. How are we, actually, specifically, how are we in shape? Because other than being hungry, we're in good shape. Let's make a run at, I'm just going to eat all this fish, actually. I can't believe this fish is not worth more calories. That almost makes it not worthwhile, because the effort it takes to catch and cook it, it took us like an hour to catch that fish, and it's 183 calories. That kind of makes it real shitty. Anyway, we're going to go try and find... what's left of those maple saplings. So let's get to it. We know the general area where we encountered them last time. I don't see an abundance of wildlife out and about currently, so it seems like it would be sort of a good time to do this. It's also not particularly cold. It's only 4 below. That's not that bad. We are getting a little cold, but not at a hugely rapid rate. And what are you? That's some kind of dead animal, isn't it? Isn't it? Excuse me, sir, ma'am, deer, wolf, whatever you are, you're dead. That's a dead wolf. Where the hell did a dead... Is it asleep? It better not be asleep. If this is some kind of sleeping wolf trap, I'm going to be real upset. Nope, it's a dead wolf. Good. You get 11 pounds of meat, and, yeah, I'm taking all of it. So, thanks, wolf. This time, Mr. Wolf, the joke's on you. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you can suck it, wolf. And the fog has moved in. I really don't like the thought of exploring in a fog, especially when we're this close to being encumbered. We got a ton of wolf meat off of that guy, though. I'm gonna drink this soda. We could stumble across anything in this fog. Exploring in this fog is just it's a terrible, you know what? No, we can't do it. We just can't do it. Exploring in the fog is ridiculous. We've got some gains here. We got wolf hide, we got fresh gut. We should try and get these back to our shelter. Also, we may not really be able to find our shelter necessarily. We can hear that. Let's follow the crows. Like Toucan Sam, they always knows. There's a bunny rabbit. The crows, dark wings, dark words. Listen to the crows, young Pete. They will tell you where you should go. Follow the crows. If I see a crow with 3 fucking eyes, I'm stabbing it, though. I'm not gonna follow it into the fucking wilds and fight White Walkers. If I see a 3-eyed crow, that motherfucker's getting shot. Except I don't have a gun, but I will stab it with my knife. So let's store our... How much? We have no idea how much daylight is left. I really want to try and go get those maple saplings, because once we find them, we still have to survive another 5 days while the damn things cure. Also, why the ominous music? I'm in my own house. What the hell's so creepy about being in my own house? This is a safe place, game. Or at least sort of as safe as it gets. So let's put our food in here, get our cooked salmon, toss that in. We got 2 chunks of cooked venison, that's good. We're going to keep our raw meat and cooked meat separate, actually. So let's throw the raw meat in a freezer. Wolf meat, I wonder how nutritious wolf meat is. It's in not fantastic shape. We should probably try and cook that as quickly as we can. It's in, frankly, it's in bad shape. How are we doing? We need water. We need just actually clean drinking water. We also got a wolf pelt and some gut, which we should not necessarily carry about. Let's drop those. Actually, first give me water. I need clean water. Do we not have any clean water in here? That would be not good. I'm gonna have to go start another fire and just boil. Oh no, okay, we got some. All right, good. All right, that's fine. We got some fire. How are we doing? Actually, how are we doing on firewood? We have 1 tinder plug. I'm gonna pick up another one of those. We are gonna have to forage for wood, however. That's something we definitely need to do. Let's drop our hides and other things over here, though, just so they can begin the curing process. We did pick up a wolf hide, which I'm kind of stoked about. We can use that to make like a wolf hide coat or a wolf hide cloak or something. Something useful made out of wolf hide. We'll take it. All right. This time, the joke's on you, wolf. Who's the big bad wolf now? I'm wearing your fucking skin like Jamie Gum. That's right. Yeah, that's right, wolf. I'm the Jamie Gum of Wolftown. I will fucking wear your skin for a hat. I don't give a shit, wolf. Yeah, think about that. All right. So let's go outside, and if the weather is still so terrible that we can't see, what we'll do is forage for wood. Assuming the weather is that bad, we will forage for wood. Spend a few hours doing that. We've got plenty of calories. We won't use any tools, so it's going to take a damn long... Yeah, it's still terrible. Alright, so let's forage for wood. 1 tinder plug, since we used one. We'll pick up 1 softwood, 2 hardwood. This is only going to take 46 minutes if we use a hatchet, but I'm not going to use a hatchet, so... I like to keep my hatchet for things that are slightly more important. And we may just wind up going down to our... God, the weather is still fucking terrible. Alright then, so let's just go down and do... I guess we'll just take this wolf meat, go down and just do some more cooking, I suppose. Also, we're going to boil water, because we kind of desperately need water, so... Let's take any food we have that's not cooked. We have... raw meat is in a freezer, sorry. So let's grab all this raw meat, and we'll just head down and I guess start another fire then. Boil some water, cook our wolf pelts. The trick here is going to be finding the place where we can start a fire in this fog. I say, it's foggy out here today. It's a little foggy, Jeeves. Is there anything you can do about the fog, sir? I don't know why you would ask your butler if there was something he could do about the fog. It's not like butlers come with anti-fog, like equipped radar or fog lights. I really want to start putting some snares down here for these rabbits. Mostly because I want their meat, and also because I want their delicious fur so that I can make it into nice rabbit skin gloves. There's, another crow feather. Hey, Sean Bean, what's up, buddy? Still dead? Yeah, you're still dead. Appear to still be dead, Sean. So Sean Bean is still dead, folks. I mean, if you were expecting anything else from Sean Bean, really, you should have probably known better. Death is kind of what Sean Bean is known for. We also may be traveling in the wrong direction. And we can still... Yeah, we're not really far enough away yet. Why do I have a feeling I'm going to get lost in the mist? Nope, there's our hut. So we've done this enough times now that I've kind of got it down by rote. So it's one more fire then. And this time we're going to boil water first. We're going to make boiling water our priority. I don't really think this magnifying glass is going to work in the fucking fog that we are in currently right now. I'm just going to throw that out there, game. I'm pretty sure this kind of dense-ass fog would not really be conducive to using a magnifying glass to start a fire. It sort of needs direct sunlight. I guess once our fire-making skill gets high enough, though, we could probably do that. I wonder if it would be easier using, like, paper than a tinder plug if you use the magnifying glass. It seems like paper would have a lower flash point. Alright, so our fire-making skills are coming along fairly nicely. Our hole is completely frozen again. That sounded vaguely dirty, actually. Be like, oh, that bitch is frigid. Her hole is completely frozen. That dude is frigid. His hole is completely frozen. There's no way you're getting in that. Alright, so let's boil our water first, because we're a little bit low on water. So let's boil this shit. 0.6 gallons will keep us in... That's plenty of water to keep us in good stead for a while. We are hungry, of course. We're always hungry. So let's start cooking this food. We got wolf meat. It was free. We didn't even have to do anything to get it. Just a little bit of wear and tear on our hunting knife to skin the wolf who died. We should probably cook the holy living shit out of this, though, now that I think about it. Because, given the fact that it came from a dead animal... I mean, what killed that wolf? I didn't see any signs of fucking violence on the wolf. It's not like his head was smashed in with a rock or, you know, he'd been clearly the victim of a shooting. We have no idea what killed that wolf. None at all. Also, let's see how nutritious wolf meat is. You know what? All things considered, 700 calories is a pretty reasonable get. That is not bad. It's not bad at all. Granted, we are choking down raw wolf meat, and it could potentially be horrifically diseased. I mean, that wolf could have died of rabies for all we know, but, well, that's why we cooked it real good. We're just gonna cook the holy living shit out of it. In an effort to, try and boil away the germs, I guess. We got 49 minutes left on our fire. That should be long enough to cook the remainder of this wolf meat. And with what we have left, if we can, we'll try and get some of that reishi tea brewed up. And look at this, we have whiled away most of our entire day with not a whole lot to show for it, and still, we have not found our maple saplings. I'm a little disappointed by that. We got 7 minutes left. I don't even think we're going to be able to finish cooking this wolf meat. Our fire has gone out. The wolf meat is still raw. I do not want to eat raw wolf meat. Why does raw wolf meat more calories than cooked wolf meat? Cook it at 700. If you eat it raw, it's more? That makes no kind of sense. That makes no sense at all. We have 2 hours of daylight left. We can't actually see, but it's too dusky. I don't want to risk maybe overlooking something. There's also a deer over there, which is going to attract predators. Specifically me, I would like it to attract me. Is that a deer or a wolf? I can't really tell. Maybe that wolf got killed by a deer. Maybe there was like some kind of buff stud deer who just like ultimate warriored and kicked it to death. The wolf was biting it and, you know, it had the Hulkamania moment where it was like, and did the thing where it puffed its cheeks all out and made its face all red and shook its head, and it was like, oh yeah, and totally hulked out on him. Went all fucking crazy, went into super Hulkamaniac mode and just brought it down. The wolf threw like 70 open hand slaps at it, and the Hulk deer just shrugged it off and just lowered his shoulders and kept coming. It's like the bravest, most fucking amazing deer of all time, brother. He had his American flag headband on. It was really pretty sweet. I mean, I would have bought tickets, actually. So we used one of everything. We're going to try and forge those. We should have just enough daylight and calories to get this done. And this may be it for today's episode of The Long Dark. We didn't really get a whole lot accomplished other than surviving. Yeah, it's actually dark out, so... And we kind of do these one day at a time, and I really feel we did not necessarily make fantastic progress here, but the weather simply refused to cooperate. Well, with that dense fog that moved in, we didn't really have a whole lot of choice. So we will eat. Let's take an eye on the food situation here. We did pick up some extra water. Probably don't need to carry all that. Let's put 0.26 gallons back in the fridge, sort of as an emergency supply. We'll keep about 1/3 of a gallon. We're going to eat that. Put our raw meat in the fridge. We don't want any kind of spoilage to have crossover effects. I don't know if the game is complex enough for that sort of thing, but better safe than sorry. And other than that, I mean, what do we got? Well, we have the makings for another fire. We did pick up an extra crow feather, but that weighs next to nothing, so we might as well just carry that. Yeah, other than that, there's not really a lot to do, so let's just grab a quick sip of water here. Make sure we're not thirsty. We're going to eat this other chunk of wolf jerky that we have made. Delicious pan-seared wolf. I gotta say, Mario Batali, this is something you never fucking thought of, is it? Pan-seared wolf? Yeah, I think not, sir. I think not. Also, we're going to need another strip of wolf jerky, actually. Because that was a tiny chunk. Apparently that was like the hindquarters of the wolf was all we had there. So we're going to eat this, and that's going to be it. It's time to sack out, folks. So that's it for The Long Dark. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more of The Long Dark, we post new episodes 3 times a week, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. We're going to get 9 hours of sleep, and we'll see you again soon. Pleasant dreams.